So no one likes me. At 17, 18, I'm getting clout, I'm getting followers, I'm getting noticed by a lot of people. So I went on this podcast and I said, I sold my soul and I took to the devil.
We bring a special guest who has shocked Central Cee, Ed Sheeran. I'm just bait and even more, Dawud The Magician.
So I got bullied in year 9 and year 10. I got kicked in the face. There was this one point as well where the bullies, they came to me and they obviously surrounded me. They beat me up quite bad. I was hospitalized at that point. You see these 2 marks?
Yeah.
These 2 marks. So one of the bullies.
Numerous crazy reactions ranging from H, Tyne Wayne, Frito, and even Mabel, scaling his ranks in the social media world.
Right, so what magic trick you got for me then?
Choose a card. Take a look at it. Don't show me. Show yourself. Show the people at home. Okay.
Okay, cool.
All right. Don't show me, please. Right. I'll take the card.
Why you got to take the card for?
Yeah, because I'm doing the trick. Right. Watch the card. Goes about halfway. Give it a mix. Are you right or left-handed?
Right-handed.
Could you just hold your right hand up? You remember the card, right?
Yeah.
Is this your card?
No.
If I take it and I just rub the card on your hand, you actually see your card.
Yeah. It's the bloody card. Bam! How'd you do that?
That's for me to know.
You're not gonna reveal it now?
Maybe find out. Maybe find out.
Okay, guys. Welcome back to Take a Seat. I think you got the gist of this one.
Do I have to take us?
Yeah, bro. You do what you want, innit? Do what you want, bro. All right. Easy taking over the show. But yeah, we've got an episode with a magician today. And I want to find out what goes behind being a magician, a performer, being around people like Central Cee, Ed Sheeran, Anthony Joshua, Amir Khan. Like this guy, you got to give it to him. He's in the limelight. So I want to find out all about it. So please welcome Dawud Magician.
Dawud Magician.
Dawud.
Yeah.
Dawud Magician.
Yeah, like wood, like wood, like wood.
Okay.
Dawud.
Who named you?
Do you want to hear the story?
Yeah.
Oh my days! I have never told anyone this story ever. Actually, no, I don't know if you deserve it. I'm joking.
What do you mean?
Okay, so a lot of the this name is Dawud is the name of a prophet in Islam. So it's obviously in Christianity they call it David, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But so we call it Dawud. Now, the person who named me was crazy. It wasn't my mum. It wasn't even my dad. It wasn't even my grandmother. So when I was born, there was a lady that reverted to Islam. Yeah.
Okay.
There was a lady that embraced Islam. Like, random lady. We don't know this lady. My mum doesn't know her. And I think she saw me. And basically, she named me Dawud.
She saw you where? In the hospital?
In the hospital. And she named me Dawud.
Right. So she casually walked past.
Yeah. And then my mum said, yeah, cool. Your name's Dawud. Like, my mum violated.
That's it, done. You like your name?
Yeah. Do you like my name?
Yeah, it's different. It's not with an I, is it? It's a U.
Yeah, it's a U.
That's it. A bit unusual. I like unusual things.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, 100. How you feeling today?
Bro, I'm feeling better than ever. How you feeling? You must be shaking.
Nah, bro. Why would I be shaking? Never, bro. I'm East London, Stratford.
Come on, ends.
Come on. This is the collaboration. So tell me, what does your week look like?
My week. What day is it today? Wednesday. Wednesday. So obviously I had this with you tomorrow. The thing is with me, bro, I'm a very spontaneous guy. So I might call you tomorrow, or I might message myself tomorrow. Not message myself, sorry. I might, post something in my story today. Be like, all right, cool, guys. So today I'm going to Germany, but I'm driving there.
You drive to Europe?
Yeah, I drive everywhere in Europe. Like, I just love driving. I'm like a driver in it, so I love road trips and this and that. So literally, the other day, I messaged my friend literally like at 11 p.m. and I was like, yo, what are you doing in an hour? You want to go drive to Germany? So yeah, cool, let's go. Like, yeah, we went the same night, came back the same day.
You're joking?
Yeah.
How long does that take?
Germany, about 6-hour drive.
6 hours?
Yeah, but we went to the edge of Germany, Cologne. Remember Germany's a massive country.
So you take a train onto Eurostar to get to France first?
Yeah, we took a ferry to get to Calais.
Yeah.
Calais through Belgium and then Germany.
Okay. Is it a good route? Scenic?
Very, very good route. Very
okay.
Good.
What does that do for you?
I don't know. I just like road trips. To be fair, we went to go see a very famous mosque.
Okay.
Yeah. It's called the Cologne Central Mosque.
Okay. Are you religious?
Yeah, I say so. I'm not pious, but I'm religious.
Sorry, what? Pious?
Yeah, pious.
What does that mean?
Pious means like when you're pious, isn't it? Like when you're. I don't. How am I gonna explain pious to you, bro? You tell me what pious means.
I don't know. I'll have to Google it, bro.
You don't know what pious means.
No. What is that? Like you're part of religion, but you're not fully following it.
No,
Something like that.
pious is when you're very, very, very religious. When you like,
Okay.
kind of give your life for the religion. I want to say I'm pious, no.
Okay. Being that we're on this topic of a religion already, how does Islam see your, magician and tricks?
Yeah.
Because I've seen a few controversial things out there.
Talk to me about that controversy.
Well, obviously, people. I think you jumped on a podcast and you was like, "I do black magic" or something.
Yeah.
Got you in trouble, bro.
Yeah, very in trouble. First and foremost, I got to put my hands up. That was I got to apologize for saying that was a very stupid maneuver. I can't really justify it that much. I can't say all right, this, that, but I can't really say buts on that because at the end of the day, I did say it with my own mouth, and I have to I can't really justify it.
Why did you say it?
I've got to take account for my own actions. Why did I say it? Very good question. I've said this before as well, and I'll be honest, nowadays I really don't care. Because I've grown older and I've realized that all of that stuff is nothing. It means nothing. When I was, 18, 19, I was getting into it, not even 17, 18, I was getting into the industry. I loved clout. Like I've never seen clout in my life because obviously I was bullied in school. So no one liked me. I had no friends. So at 17, 18, I'm getting views, I'm getting clout, I'm getting followers, I'm getting noticed by a lot of people. So I'm really liking it. I'm like, I've never had this ever in my life.
You like attention.
Yeah. I was like, wow, this is crazy. And then I started chasing the views and chasing the views and chasing the views. And I started drifting away from my religion because I wanted to chase this dunya. I wanted to chase the views and I wanted to chase everything in it. So I was like, this is going to be sick. So I went on this podcast and I said, I sold my soul and I talked to the devil and XYZ. And I only said that for the views because I knew in myself, I knew this would be very viral. I knew this would go off. And a brother was sitting next to me, he's like my older brother. And he told me, look, don't say that. You know what I mean? Don't be stupid. He said it to me 3-4 times, like in the next coming days. And then I didn't listen to him because my mind was on the clout. I was like, nah, bro, I love clout so much. I don't care, sort of thing in it. And then because I was like, I'm gonna get so big, famous, this, that. But it was wrong. I'll be honest. I shouldn't have done that. Never. So,
what was the backlash? So we all hear the good side of social media. I got this many likes. I'm famous. With this person. That what's the bad side? Like,
so the bad side is obviously none of the views and none of the traction I got from that clip or that podcast was good. None of it was good. Maybe like 0.5% of the people clocked that it was a marketing tactic. But those were people who are content creators. So they know me personally and they'll be like, Dawud is never like that. Because I've seen this guy pray. I've seen this guy do this and that. Like, he can never do that. I know this guy personally. But, so as I was saying, the content creators, they know me personally. So they've seen me pray. They've seen me do this. They know themselves that I can never do that. But it was the majority that were like, oh, this guy sold his soul. He can never come back to Islam. He can never do this. He can never do that. Like, stay away from me. You've sold your soul. You're a kuffar. You're a sellout. Da, 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 da. And I don't blame them saying that. Because at the end of the day, they saw me say it with their own mouth. Yes or no? Because if tomorrow you say with your own mouth, I've sold my soul, and you start meeting every celebrity, and you're in supercars and this and that, overnight. Not overnight, but obviously in a very short amount of time. People question me like, this guy was just on a podcast with Dawud, and now he's with Little Baby. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say, innit? Yeah. Obviously, I know you now, and I know you're not going to do anything like that. I just know, innit? But there's going to be people out there that don't know you that are going to think like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what is Islam's view towards magic? What is allowed? What is forbidden? What is haram, basically?
So black magic, sihr.
What does black magic actually mean?
Black magic means. Okay, I'm not very knowledgeable in this topic, so I don't want to say too much.
Just the layman's sort of, no one's like an expert here, but what is sort of the line that you can't really cross?
Okay, there's something called shirk.
Shirk.
Yeah, shirk. Shirk is when you associate partners with Allah. Allah is the God. So the shirk is when you associate partners with Allah, and that takes you out the fold of Islam. That takes you out of Islam. That's the unforgivable. Like that sin can't be forgiven. That's the only sin that can't be forgiven. Now, when you're out of there, you're out of Islam, basically. Do you know what I'm saying? So that is shirk. And people say I do shirk. That's what people say I do.
What? Because you do card tricks?
Yeah, because I do black magic. Do you get it? Because I do black magic. Do you understand what I'm trying to say now? Right. And people think I do that. Now, I don't blame them because of what I said on that podcast. But that's why I've said to you on this podcast as well that I don't do that and I made a mistake. And I own up to the mistake. Of course, it was very, 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 very wrong. But again, what is allowed in Islam, coming back to your topic. Now, black magic, sihr, it's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's completely forbidden. Yeah?
Is that like putting some bad curse on somebody?
Yeah, sort of. But there's different types, right? There's different types. Again, I don't want to speak too much because I'm not knowledgeable, but shirk is, shirk, as I said, is associating your partners with Allah. That's completely not allowed. And as I was saying, there's black magic and then there's trickery, right? What I do is tricks. Yeah. Right. What I do is tricks. What I do takes years of practice. I've been doing magic for 11, 12 years, coming up to 12 years now. I do tricks. And I even, the other day, like 2 months ago, I even started a school. It was called the School of Tricks, where I revealed my tricks. Did you know what happened? No one joined.
You're joking.
No one joined. Only about 10, 15 people joined.
So you get like hundreds and thousands of views.
There was a fee to it. And no one joined. And I told everyone, I made a video as well. I was like, you guys think I do black magic. You guys think I don't. You know what? Just to prove to you I don't do black magic, I've started this school where I teach every single one of my tricks. Every single one. You can have it. Yeah? You can just have it. Just give me a little fee, 20 or 30 pounds. Yeah? That's what you got to do. So you can stop calling me a black magic magician. Do you get what I'm saying? And I dropped the price of £5 as well, but no one joined. Why? I don't know. Wow. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? It's up to Allah.
Business, bro. Not everybody can do business, innit?
Rob,
maybe you need a business mentor behind you. Let's do a marketing strategy here. You get the views, bro, but you need conversions now. Where's your sales funnel?
So obviously what I do is tricks. Now, tricks is completely allowed. Yeah, tricks is completely allowed. What I do is completely allowed in Islam.
Who's your audience?
I mean, like everyone. Yeah.
Who's your audience when you look at it? Who are you talking to? Who's supposed to be part of your school? What does that person look like?
Younger kids, but there's also older people that can join as well. Because if I show you that school, I'll show you the school after. Yeah, you can probably learn some tricks in there that you can fool people with. So it's for younger people and older people. This is what I'm saying with magic. It's very very broad. So I can show a trick to a 3-year-old, and I can show a trick to a person in Malaysia that doesn't speak English, and they will both be fooled because magic is so
it doesn't have a language.
Yeah. Magic doesn't. That's what I love about magic.
Universal.
You can connect with anything. It's so universal. Like there's people that I've showed tricks to, and they're like, even when I went to Palestine as well. I went to Palestine and I showed the little kids magic tricks, and they were so happy. I'll send you clips so you can put it in. But they were so happy, and you could just see it by their face. They didn't speak English, but they were so excited. But that just shows like how
entertaining.
Yeah. How entertaining magic can be.
That's what it's for.
And the main reason why I do it is to make people feel happy. It's to make people feel happy. Like even the kids in Palestine, they were so happy.
Why do you like making people happy?
Why do I like making people happy? Because I was bullied in school, and I don't want anyone, and I didn't have any friends, so
I get that.
I don't want anyone to feel that way. I want everyone to feel happy, and even in Islam, it's when you make a person feel happy, it's a form of charity.
So it comes from a place of empathy. I know exactly how it feels, to be pushed around. If I can make you happy, maybe that's how you want to feel.
But coming back to again, just to finish off the black magic topic, to conclude. So what I do is tricks. Tricks is completely allowed. Again, it's just sleight of hand. Anyone can learn it. And plus, there's a purpose behind it. You're wearing a watch, yeah? Is that Rolex?
Yeah.
Okay. So I know how to steal watches. Now, if not, no. Listen to what I'm saying, yeah? Yeah. If I was that type of magician, before I even started magic, my intention, again, there's an intention for everything. My intention when I started magic was to make people feel happy. Make people feel happy about themselves. Imagine this guy's depressed on the floor. Imagine you see homeless people. You see homeless people on the floor. Imagine you go there and do a trick on them. or go there and make the. Sometimes you might even not need to give them money. Sometimes they just might be sad for a different reason. Show them a trick, they might be very, very happy. Now imagine I went up to you, I see you got a nice watch, and I'll be like, you know what, let me steal his watch. Because I can. That's not my intention. My intention is to make you feel happy. You can probably go out there and buy another watch and be like, this is how I'm thinking, oh, he's got beer money. He can buy another watch. Let me just steal his one. But that was never my intention. My intention was never to steal off a homeless person. My intention was to never steal off you or a watch or anything like that. My intention was to always make people feel happy.
I've got 2 questions here. You said trickery, magicianry, doing entertainment doesn't really have a language. Are there a certain demographic sort of person that laughs more at your jokes or gets more amazed?
At my tricks.
Yes.
Bro said jokes.
Sorry. You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Again, it depends on what type of magic I do as well. So there's some type of magic that is a bit more adult friendly, and there's some type of magic which is a bit more kid friendly. Again, I adapt my tricks to whoever the audience is. If it's someone more smaller, I can't really show them a trick with money because they won't understand.
What about someone in Europe or someone in Southeast Asia or someone in the UK? Do you find there's a specific type of group that just react differently and you know you're going to get a good reaction? Or
Yeah. Like a lot of, a lot of Asians, react very, very good to magic. They love it. They love it. A lot of people from Africa, especially when I went to Gambia as well, they love the magic there. They reacted crazy. There was one time as well, I was doing a trick. I was in a park. I think I was doing something for Channel 4, and there was a trick I did. The guy started crying. He started crying. I don't know if it was because he was sad or happy. I couldn't tell. But he just started crying. I was like, I've never seen that before.
How did you react to that?
Bro, I didn't know what to say. I was like, next person, please. Safe, I'm out.
So what about when you're in the street and there's street magic going on, and sometimes you do see these type of people who hold cups and people are going, here, take my money, but they're in the trick, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I know
so they're trying to get other people, and then other people go, well, here's my money. Well, 10
No, I know
pounds.
exactly what you're saying.
Which cup? Like, what do you think of that?
It's very wrong. Again, everyone has their own way of making money, but it's very, very wrong. It's not good, because at the end of the day, you're scamming people. Because as a magician, I know exactly what trick you're talking about. I know exactly how that trick works.
Yeah.
There's only one way that trick can go down, and it's not by whatever you choose, if that makes sense. So it's very wrong, because with that trick, it's 100% you're going to lose money. So if it's 100%,
But if you know how it's done, can you not win and go, yeah, you think it's that one, but I know it's that one.
But the thing is, if I tell him it's that one, actually, I can't even say too much, because then I'm repeating the trick.
Does it drop? It drops from somewhere else then?
The next question.
What is that? Is that a code then that you're not allowed to reveal a secret?
What do you do for a living?
Real estate.
Real estate.
Yeah.
Would you reveal everything to me in a real estate? So
Why not? Why not?
Bro,
Let me help you. Let me help you get ahead, innit?
Bro, allow it.
Let me help you get ahead, innit?
Bro, allow
That's
it.
what I'm here for. I'm here for you today, bro. Even after this podcast, you're gonna have a portfolio of a 10 million portfolio after this. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Man's been investing in Stratford last 20 years now.
Listen,
bro.
I've got 10 bags though. What can I invest in?
Oh, that's a nice one. Well, you don't have to. Do you know that you can get into property without owning a property? No solicitor fees, none of that. It's called rent to rent. So basically, there's a bunch of bunch of 50-year-olds who are unmotivated. They bought at good times. Their mortgages are small. They just want market rent. Happy. You take that. You put it on Airbnb, Booking.com. $150 a day, 4.5 bags.
What do you do?
Some of my strategies on some of the properties. Yeah, some we've got big leases. So we're doing different things. But you're
I'm not
starting.
trying to be like you.
Yeah, you can't be me. Bro. But yeah, like, I'm not here to sell you my program, but there are some tricks that you can tell. Like a little 5-year-old might be watching this right now and go, maybe David's gonna teach me something, and you're like, nah, gatekeep. Why are you gatekeeping for, bro?
All right, cool. Whoever watches this now, if you add me on Snapchat, which will be on the screen now, I will personally teach you a trick. That's it.
Okay, cool. That's a little bit of value. See,
Yeah.
we hustled some value.
Dawud 10. Make sure you add me, and make sure you came from this podcast and you got to take a seat, and then I'll show you a trick.
All right, cool. I like that. I really do like that. But yeah, what I was gonna say is, where did this all get inspired from? When did you think I like that trick and I want to do it?
What do you mean, like magic?
Yeah.
Okay, so there was a magician by the name of is a magician by the name of Dynamo. I saw him about when I was 10 years old. I'm 21 now. 10 years old, 11 years old when I saw Dynamo do a trick on TV. It was when he walked on water.
Mm.
He walked across the River Thames, and it went worldwide. It went all over the world. Like, it was crazy. It was on every news channel everywhere. And I was like, I want to do that. I was just in my mind, I was like, I want to do that. Again, I'm a stubborn kid. So I was like, if I see something, I want to do it or want to get it. Do you get what I'm saying? So, like, I was like, how is he doing that? So I watched that trick about 100, 200 times. And I was like, how is he doing that? Then I watched this whole series called Dynamo Magician Impossible. I watched the whole series. And again, I watched the whole thing, and one thing I loved, of course, I loved the magic because I was like, well, how is he doing that? I want to learn how to do that. Number one, but number two, he was making people feel so happy. Like, people were feeling so happy, and I loved that. And I was like, I want to do that, and that's it. And literally, I got a pack of cards, and it went from there.
Okay. Was it one of them like from the big superstore toys and
No,
it
no,
shows
no,
you
no.
how to do them?
Nah, I wasn't. We didn't have that much money back in the day, but I just got a pack of cards from Sports Direct, 69p. Come on. Come on. And
I
then
hope they're sponsoring you, bro.
now soon though. And then so I got a pack of cards from Sports Direct. I did some tricks and stuff like that. Again, they weren't good cards because they're plastic, they're rubber. They're not like these air cushion cards.
Okay, so what? They're different types of cards when you do magic?
Yeah, it's different. So these are like the proper, poker cards.
Oh yeah,
the way
They're
you
a bit
hold
more
them.
quality
Yeah.
woven in. Keep that. You might
Yeah.
need that, bro.
And the other ones were obviously cheaper cards. And obviously, I didn't know about magic back in the day, but I was just doing tricks and tricks and tricks. Obviously, I went to my family and I showed them tricks. They were very bad, very, very bad tricks. So they always kept saying, go away, Dawud. We don't want you.
Didn't they say anything like, "Hey, we're from a Muslim background. We don't do this," or something?
No, because they understand. They were the one who saw me do the bad tricks first. They
Okay.
knew how shit I was.
Right.
So they could see me flopping, and then they could see that same trick getting better. So they know how the tricks work. Do you get what I'm saying? And then I started doing more tricks. I started doing it in school. And I started getting better and better and better.
How long did you have to be in your room practicing these tricks for?
Hours, man.
And
Hours. I was doing.
didn't it get boring for you?
It got frustrating because I was like, I can't get this. Like, for example, look at this. There was this one time I saw a magician do a shuffle, yeah, and I was like, by the night, like, I'm in my room at 10 p.m. I was like, till the morning, I have to get this shuffle right. So it's this, and I don't even have to do it right, but it was something like this. That's it. That's what it was. But that took me a very long time to perfect, and yeah, that's called the Sybil cut.
The Sybil cut. Okay, that's interesting. But like, it shows me that. Do you know what? It's almost like each finger's got to have a mind in it.
Yeah. Each finger
Because
makes
you
sense.
know how to grab things with, because you need them all as tools, right?
100%.
And a lot of person just has that one action.
Yeah, it's difficult. That's why I've been doing it for years. But it's so funny as well. Like, as I was mentioning earlier, like, before it used to be, before I wanted to be a magician, it was between a pilot and a magician.
Okay.
I really wanted to be a pilot, and I still do because I just love aviation. I love flying. I love all of that.
But you still can. You're only 21.
I know, but
People got to remember that.
That's long learning all that.
Yeah.
But maybe soon,
You'll probably
maybe.
Listen.
If any aviation school wants to sponsor me because I don't have money to pay, make sure you shout me.
There you go. Well, I just hope you don't make the aeroplane disappear, mate. Knowing you, like, David's gone. Where's he taking everyone? Yeah. So, what was childhood like growing up? Like, what primary school did you go?
No one's ever asked me that. No one's ever asked me that. I went to this primary school called Aldersbrook. It was in, it's still there. It's in Wanstead. Yes, in Wanstead, Aldersbrook.
Bit of a posh area now, Wanstead.
Yeah, I know. I'm not from Wanstead, but I went there. And I went there. I made a friend who's still my friend till this day. one of my good friends.
You don't have many friends.
I don't have many friends, and I'll
Yeah.
get to that point after.
What made this guy want to be your friend?
This guy when we were a friend, because again, the same point. No one liked me in school, and this is the only guy who liked me, and he's still stuck with me till this day. To get it, real ones. So what was I gonna say? Yeah, so I went to that school, finished up, did my SATs. So good SATs in it. SATs. That was time ago. I don't even think I did it. I think I missed them. You know, I think I missed my SAT. No, did I do them? I can't even remember. I'll be honest. So I did my SATs. I went to this school. Then I went to a school in Leighton, Norlington.
Is that secondary?
Secondary, yeah.
Okay.
That was obviously secondary school.
How was that? How was
that was where I received, you know, major bullying.
And in primary school, everyone was kind of calm there.
Everyone's. Do you know what it is with primary school? I feel like you can't really get bullied in primary school. You're still young. You're like, you're all kind of wet. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like you're all kind of like, you know, you're still trying to find your personality when you're younger.
And there's a restriction, like you're not more than 10, 11.
Do you know what I mean? Like, what can you do?
But then when you're in
secondary school, you got year 7 and then you got a year 11 kid.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to? It's a big 5-year gap.
Of course, and there's a lot of testosterone around. Is it a boys' school?
All boys school.
There you go.
Yeah.
So you know, I went to a boys' school as well. I don't know if you remember Rokeby.
Nah,
it got shut down. That's how bad it was.
You went there?
It got shut down, bro. No, I got bullied hard as well. I'm not gonna lie to you. Every day, like, called the fat kid, a fight for no reason. Someone punch you in the face. You just had to fight every day. It's like, why do I have to do this? Even teachers were getting beaten up. For a chair over a teacher's face, a teacher going up the stairs getting a, you know, bum touched and stuff, and then emergency assembly. We got it shut down, bro. Like, that's what East London was like.
Do you know what it is as well? Yeah, it's when I went to this school, I had no friends. I had this one friend in year 7 who was a fake friend because I used to do so much stuff for him. Like, so much stuff.
Like what?
Like, bro, just go out my way. In year 7, like, just go out my way for everything. You know what I mean? And, like, you know, pay for his canteen or let him... Back in the day, obviously, these things are minor now. Like, you know, let him in the front row. Like, all of this big stuff. But it was big, very big back in the day.
Okay.
Yeah, like, very, very big stuff. And just, you know, at the end of the year, we always have this school trip. And then we went to the school trip. And then he was just running away from me on the school trip. Like, you just legit running away. And I was like, wow. For a whole year, I've treated this guy like a G. Like, he's my own. But on the last day, this guy doesn't even want to know me. And I was like, people can switch up like this. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I learned about fake friends and real friends. I feel like, you know, a lot of people say, oh, you know, you can't trust anyone, but you have to go through these experiences to know yourself. But then year 8, year 9, I met this friend who's still my very, very close friend till this day. And he stuck by me. He was a real one. He still is. He was a real one. He stuck by me till now. And I didn't have much friends in school, I'll be honest with you. I was that annoying kid who did magic, who was a bit of a teacher's pet, who did this. But, you know, I always wanted to go out of my way for people, so I would always do loads of things for people. Because I just like to be nice to people. That's the thing with me. I just like to be nice. Because we're in this world, we're not here for a long time. What's the point of holding grudges? What's the point of, you know, acting bad? What's the point of doing this? You're only going to be here for a certain amount of years. Just be nice and live your life. You know what I mean? And so I got bullied in year 9, year 10. You know, very majorly bullied out. You know, I got kicked in the face. It was almost every day I got bullied.
Why?
So I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Because maybe I was annoying. Maybe I was just that annoying kid who didn't know how to shut his mouth, who didn't have a lot of friends.
Asked too many questions. What was it? Was you overweight? Was it
I
the way you
wasn't.
looked?
It's not that I wasn't over. I was fat, but then I lost weight. But the thing is, I'll be honest with you. I was just that annoying kid. No one really liked me.
But nobody deserves to be punched or kicked in the face as well either.
Nah, but you need to understand, like, it's whatever they think's right. I wouldn't do that if I was a bully. I wouldn't kick anyone in the face if I was a bully, but then they think it's right to do that. It's cool. But But yeah, I was very badly bullied.
Did you fight back?
I couldn't, bro. I was a twig, and I still am.
Hmm.
But yeah, and I feel like so they used to beat me up all the time, and XYZ, and there was this one point as well where the bullies, I think it was after an exam, they came to me, and they obviously surrounded me. They beat me up quite badly. I was hospitalized at that point. And you see these 2 marks?
Yeah.
These 2 marks. So one of the bullies hit me. But because I dropped on the floor, there was 2 rocks, like massive rocks here, that went through my skin and pierced my skin. That's where these 2 marks are there.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why it's been there for so many years. So it pierced my skin. And that was really bad. Really, really bad. And obviously since that day, the situation became very aware to the teachers. And obviously certain people were isolated and XYZ. So
What did your parents say when you came home?
I didn't tell them.
They must have seen marks on your face.
Oh, mum, I dropped. Oh, mum, this. Come on, man. There's always ways around everything.
Why didn't you feel that you could tell them?
Because I love my mother more than me. If I tell my mum something, she's gonna get stressed out. I don't want to stress my mum out. I just let her be.
What about in terms of protecting yourself, dear? Who did you turn to for help?
To myself, I always thought, there's not a lot these bullies can do in terms of they can beat me up. They're not going to kill me. They're not going to do anything really, really bad. So I was like, you know what? Let me just take the L. I'm only here for another year or 2. Let me just ride it out, sort of thing.
Didn't you think of even changing schools?
No, not really, because I really like that school. Like, I really like the teachers. And when you're in a school for 3-4 years, like, you're like, it's no point changing now. Because you've been there for so long, you might as well finish it all off, sort of thing.
Did you ever have any thoughts, like when you're getting bullied in school, or a situation sometimes happens that lingers on for a couple of days that you think, I said this wrong and now they beat me up and they're going to hold on to
Overthinking.
this?
Yeah, no, I always overthink. Like, I always overthink till this day.
And
always.
have you ever had any horrible thoughts coming home and going, how am I going to go to school tomorrow?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Like, for example, it's a lot, actually. I think there was one time I called this guy, and I called him, like, I told him his forehead's big or something. So he's stupid, yeah. And, I kept overthinking the situation. So that day, I came in straight as the bell went. Like, I didn't come in earlier. I came in straight as, the first period started. Then I went to the second period, avoiding, like, going through those weird routes where no one would be. Then during break, I would stay in the class for the whole time, the 15 minutes. Then obviously the other 2 periods, then lunch, then the last period. The last period, I'll get my mum to wait outside, and I'll just run out of school. And you know what I mean? So I would, yeah. I was very, very shook.
But you were scared and you're going through bad experiences. Why would you provoke them?
What do you mean provoke?
Like, yo, you got a big forehead.
No, I know. But then it's because I was angry at that point. Again, I can be very angry sometimes. So sometimes I can say I'm very stupid as well. Like sometimes, and I still do it till this day. Sometimes I can say things and I'll be like, shit, why did I say that? Then I'll regret it after. Like I'll make very, very, very stupid decisions. Even when I said that thing on the black magic stuff. Yeah, and when I posted it, that's when I regretted it. I didn't regret when I said it. I regretted it when I posted it. Yeah, and then like. It's always me that regrets it after I say it. I'm like, shit, I shouldn't have said that. Then I got to live with it.
What does your family say when they saw all of that?
In terms of?
Like,
the black magic stuff.
Black magic, you're getting hate.
They just started laughing because they knew it was fake. They know me. Like, your family know you more than yourself. They knew.
But they're not fearful for you to say the wrong person's going to try and
do something.
Yeah.
At that point, I realized that, no one is stronger than God. So, if I've got the protection of God, no person can harm me. That's the way I see it. That's literally the way I see it. You get what I'm saying?
How do you deal with hate? You get a lot of attention, hundreds and thousands of views. I'm sure all of them are just not, hey, bro, I love your magic. You're amazing. That was sick, bro. Or has things changed now that you're around celebrities? Do people like going, oh, big him up now because
Yeah,
you
wait.
either be with him rather than being left behind, or do they still go, bruv?
There's two things I can answer that. I'll answer the second one after. So yes, you're right. When I was gaining a bit of clout, I was looked like that, that little magician who's doing tricks on social media, da 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 da. And people, I could see like people were just looking at me funny, like, and people I know personally till this day were just looking at me weird. They were like, oh, and they said it with their own mouth, yeah. They said, oh, you know what? I used to think Dawood's wet. I used to think Dawood's wet doing all these tricks. Like, I used to think this. Actually, no, can we not say that bit? Can we cut that out? Yeah, sorry. So there's a reason why I said that. But basically, people used to think like, I was just a little kid, that annoying kid who does magic on social media. But then, as soon as I started meeting these celebrities and XYZ and started meeting really, really famous people, they were the ones that started messaging me saying, yo, Dawud, what's up? Let's link up sometime. Let's do this. Let's do that. And I'm thinking...
Was you getting views at this point?
Yeah, I was getting views, but that's irrelevant because I was going to get views anyway because of the celebrities I'm meeting. They were just going to push my page, XYZ, because I knew that was going to happen. But then those same people would message me and be like, yes, Dawud, let's link up, long time. And I'm like, bro, I'm just thinking, didn't you violate me like a couple months ago? And now you want to meet up because I'm meeting XYZ celebrity, Floyd Mayweather, whoever it is. And then also, to answer your question in another manner, as you said, how do you deal with hate? Now, I say this to everyone. I probably get the most hate out of anyone on the internet. And I say that with my chest. Because what I do is very, very, very controversial. But then again, I feel like, as rude as I'm going to sound here, if you can't deal with little comments, you shouldn't even be on social media. If you can't, because I see a lot of people, a lot of girls, a lot of guys post, guys as well, this is where it gets peak, post stories or posts saying, guys, I can't deal with the hate, it's getting to my mental health. Do you know how stupid that sounds, bro? Respectfully, do you know how stupid that sounds? Am I right or wrong? Do you agree with me or not? You agree with me to a certain extent,
Every situation is different, so I'd have to see that exact situation.
But you sort of agree, right? Bro, how can you let comments get to you, bro? These are keyboard warriors. I laugh at it. It makes my day. It's like a movie. It's entertainment, bro. Yeah. When I see these comments, I'm laughing at them. How can it affect your mental health? And I think this mental health shit is bullshit, by the way. I think it's all bullshit.
It's all bullshit.
I think it's bullshit.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? Explain.
Right.
Because you're actually a new generation as well.
Okay, to a certain extent, cool. I get it. Let's just say there's a girl who's been beaten up by her father when she was younger, and she's got mental health problems when she's older. That's understandable, yeah? Because she's had a past, yeah?
That's trauma,
That's PTSD. That's not even mental health. That's PTSD, furthermore. But some people might class it as mental health. But if you're telling me, you can't go to your GCSEs and do your exams, or go to university and do your exams because of your mental health, that's stupid. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, bro. Yeah? And coming back to the hate topic, again, as I said, I'll laugh at those comments. If you think that's hate, you've never seen hate, bro. Bro, I've seen hate.
What is hate?
Bro, you look at the people in Palestine and Gaza. You're not, bro, that's true hate. That's true hate. You know what I'm saying? Look how many kids are being killed. Look, like, you know how much I can mention about that place. Everyone knows what's going on. That is true hate. These little keyboard warriors messaging me something isn't hate, bro. It's nothing. Nothing, bro. I swear down. Yeah.
You mentioned that there's women who speak about their social media, but also the boys, you were really surprised. Why? Should a man, do you have a portrayed figure as what a man should be?
Yes. A man should be a man. Like, stop being a pussy, bro.
What does that mean?
Bro, like, I don't mean to be rude, yeah? But men in this generation don't act like men. Don't act like men. Like, for example, like, all right, this is, again, I'm gonna push this towards the Muslims now, yeah? Yeah. But you'll kind of get it, okay? Now, if there was a war for Islam now, yeah? Like, if there was a war to fight for Allah, yeah? Again, I don't like to say this, but But I know, yeah, let's be real. Think about this. If you're a Muslim and you're watching this right now, think about this, yeah? Imagine you had to go to battle right now. You have to leave everything, your family, your money, everything. And you have to go and fight for the sake of Allah. Who would do it? It's easier said than done. Yes or no? It's easy, even just to go to war. It's easier said than done, right? Some people will be like, yeah, I've got strong iman, I've got strong faith. Of course I'll go. But when it comes to the actual time, do you really have it in you? Do you really have it in you? You could go to that battle, and most likely you're not going to come back. Do you really have it in you? That's the way I see it. Like, a lot of men, again, it's coming back to the same topic. Like, if you can't hack those hate comments, how the heck are you going to hack war? Do you get what I'm saying? That's how my mind works. You got to be a man, bro.
Do you think you'd be?
Of course, 100%. 100%. Again, it's not about how strong you are. It's how much faith you have. It's how much love you have for your Lord. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, again, as I said, of course, but inshallah.
So you think men are too soft these days? And how would they become more, resilient, like in that sort of way?
How would they become more resilient? Go to the gym.
What is the perfect sort of type of guy, do you think? Not perfect,
Me?
but somebody.
Any 21-year-olds watching now, make sure you shout. I'm joking. Nah, if there's any Niqabi 21-year-olds that are watching this right now, yeah, please message me on Dawud The Magician at Instagram, and I will get back to you, inshallah.
But
One
there's
sec,
a
man,
wider.
I'm not done with my proposal, bro.
Continue.
Yeah. What are you saying?
Yeah. So, what is your definition of what a man
What
should
was
be?
that watch thing? You're just trying to flex at the time.
Huh? No.
What's your
What is
definition?
it?
What's your definition?
It's different in different circumstances. Yeah,
Like-
this is your podcast, not mine.
No, go
When
on,
you
tell
call
me.
me on a podcast, then I'll explain
Go on,
that.
tell me. Because I want to know yours. I really want to know yours.
I think men and women are equal, but they are very good at different things.
Okay, I agree.
Yeah. I think there's some jobs that men are built for, and other thing that women are built for. I think men are less emotional, women are more emotional.
Thank you.
So there's differences in both men
Okay.
and women, but at the same time, I still believe in that equal. So I believe that when you go home, you might be bringing money home or food home, but your Mrs. partner is still equal to you because she equally does other things, helps you, supports you, which I do feel.
Satisfied you.
Yeah, but you also satisfy your woman, innit? Do you not believe in that?
I'm so mature. Yeah, so can you cut that bit out? Because if any girls watching, they won't marry me. Cut that bit out, please. The satisfy bit. And then no, so as I was saying, so a man, the job of a man is
Yeah.
to protect and provide.
Right.
Yeah. It's to go out, make money for the family, protect and provide the family. A woman's job, yeah, is to look after the house.
Yeah.
The queen of the house.
Yeah.
Make food, clean, XYZ.
What if she wants to work?
Well, if she wants to work. If she wants to work for the sake of just because she loves her job, of course I'll let her work.
Okay.
But if she has the intention of working so she can provide for the house, I'm not going to let her do that because I'm the man. I'm going to provide for the
What
house.
if she's better than you? What if she's cleverer than you? What if she can earn more than you?
If she can
what
earn
if she's
more,
done a law?
I don't care.
What if she's done a
I don't
law?
care.
She's done a law degree.
Islam says something else. I don't care.
She's-
She can be as smart as freaking Albert Einstein.
She's
In my
bringing-
my religion says something else, so I go with my religion.
So a woman, she has a job that every 3 months she's getting 100 bags in because she's representing a good client. She's a law degree student.
Then-
You really love her. You like the way she looks. She's loyal to you. And she goes, look, Darwood, it doesn't make sense you going to work right now. Listen, you're only bringing in 20 bags.
It's not about the money.
Yeah. No, but it's about comfortable life. What we can
It's not,
provide
it's
for our
not.
What about what you provide for your lifestyle, your children,
Okay.
security,
Okay.
opportunity,
Okay.
private schools so they
Okay.
don't get bullied.
Okay. Again, when it comes to the money, I understand what you're trying to say. With the girl,
It's a tool.
of course. No. With the
She's better at that tool than you. Then what happens?
If my wife says, "All right, cool, Dawood, you should," I would quit my job and I would start working with her. That's what I would do.
What she said, you need to do 7 years to do a degree like me. Then what's the point?
You don't.
For
I could do something without a degree where I can help her.
Right. So you'll be her admin person, will you?
Yeah, of course. As long as I can help her and do it together.
Okay.
But again, as I said at the start, if she has the intention,
Did that make you feel uncomfortable?
no. and if she has the intention, yeah, of providing for the house, then of course I won't let her. You're not providing for the house. If you just want to work because you love it, all that money you keep is yours. But I have to provide for the house. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's the problem. A lot of men are not doing that. They're not providing for the house.
Well, they're just not on
There's
it.
a lot of very upset women out there
Well,
who are
upset women, shan't we?
at home. They're at home, yeah. They're at home and they're upset, going, "Why isn't this guy doing anything? Why is he not?" Do you think men have a lot of pressure on them as well? Then
Men have pressure, but women have pressure as well. But men, the thing is with men, it's not really pressure because it's something you have to do. Like, that's the way I see it. It's not. You shouldn't really see it as pressure. You should have that drive in you. Like, yeah, cool. If I earn this much, then I can get my wife this. If I earn this much, then I can, get my kid this. I feel like,
isn't a woman allowed to think the same?
of course they can. You said they're not.
Yeah,
If
but
my wife decides to give me money, cool, I can keep it.
Yeah, but a lot of women go, "Look, we're doing this for us. It's just a good business decision. I go out to work because I bring in more."
I know what you're trying to say. I know what you're trying to say. But again, I am the man and I will provide. That's it. End of story.
Isn't that a bit of an ego trip then?
No, it's not an ego trip.
Okay, what is it then?
As I said earlier, a man is there to protect and provide. A woman is there.
As you said earlier, men wouldn't be ready to go out to war, so they're not living up to them expectations. Are we not in a different generation?
That's what I'm
different era?
talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
But
so,
there are certain men out there that
Right, well-
has made a lot of men soft. A lot of men. I'll be honest with you. I'll be real with you. Social media has made a lot of men soft. Because if you got a man on his phone, on TikTok, on Instagram, just scrolling through all of his day, whole life, then going to work, and then going like, that's no life, bro. Going home, eating, sleeping, doing the same thing over and over again. Like, what are you doing? Going on holiday twice a year. You're not doing nothing. But if you're in the gym, yeah, if you're reading books, if you're listening to motivate, you're praying, you're doing X, Y, Z, you can feed it in your own like body. Like, yeah, cool.
and don't say X, Y, Z. Tell us, because people watching going, "Yeah, all right. How do I be more of a man?" If they look up to you,
No one's looking up to me. Why would you look up to me? I'm a nobody, bro. Don't look up to me. Look up to like other people, bro. You should be, bro. You should be doing loads of things. As a Muslim, I'd always say, make sure you pray. Make sure you pray 5 times a day. Make sure you go to the gym, because I feel like going to the gym. You go to gym, right?
Yeah.
You don't look it, but
I'll take you to school, mate. Don't worry about that.
yeah. So going to the gym. I feel like when you go to the gym, when you go to the gym, you have like a different mindset. I feel like when you go to the gym,
Putting yourself through a bit of pain.
Yeah, putting yourself through a bit of pain. It makes you more of a man, in my opinion.
More of a man.
More of a man. When you put
Okay.
yourself, yeah. Because instead of sitting in your bed, yeah, and doing X, Y, Z that we're not going to say, yeah, going to the gym makes you more of a man.
Do you go gym?
I go on hikes, yeah, which I was going to get to.
Right. Okay.
Going on hikes. The other day as well, we went on a hike in Wales. We climbed Snowdon.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a really big mountain. And with me, I was like, I'm not doing this. I'll pussy that. I was like, look, I can't be asked. Yeah, I'll be real. It's 5 a.m. I'm not going to do this. But I was like, at the end of the day, yeah, the pious people back in the day called the Sahabas, bro, this will be nothing to them. Yeah, so it's like, if I can't do this, then how can I ever go to battle? My mindset was just there. You need to understand with
Are
everything.
you prepared for battle?
I don't know. Am I? You tell me. I don't know if I'm prepared for
I
battle.
don't know what you're like. I just know you from a magic trick. Mate.
Again, it's not, and I know this as well. It's not how physical you are for battle, that type of battle. It's about how strong your faith is. You can be a massive guy, but if your faith ain't strong, you ain't going for battle. Like, I'm not saying you ain't, but you're most likely not going to go for battle. Do you get what I'm saying? Where was I? Yeah. So as I was saying, it's all about mindset. Yeah. So even when you're in the gym and you got 10 reps in you, yeah, your body has 10 reps in you, but after 5, you stop. You stop. Because your mind's telling you something else, but your body's telling you something else. Your body has 5 more in you, but your mind's like, oh, I can't be asked. Do you get it? That's what kept me going up that mountain. It was a 3-hour trek. 2 hours in, I was like, "Oh, I can't do this." But then I was like, I know my body's got it in me. My mind's telling me something else.
Anything else apart from the gym that a man should be doing?
Okay, praying, going to the gym. There's loads of things, bro. Loads. You know, start a hobby, but start like a manly hobby. Archery, horse riding, not like freaking knitting.
I don't know any guys that knit.
I'm chatting shit, obviously.
But they're expensive. Horse riding, that's expensive.
Or even
30, 50 quid for a half an hour.
It's not that expensive, is it? If you can pay £30 to go to the gym, or if you can pay £30 for a meal, you can't pay £30 for horse riding. This is what I'm saying. Everyone has money. It's how you spend it. Everyone has money. How you spend it.
So talking about money, are you earning good money?
No. I'll tell you why. Because my dream is to get a Ferrari very soon.
Isn't
a
that
Ferrari
isn't
F8.
Isn't that material?
Yes, it is. And I'll get to that in a minute. Because I
Okay.
know every single time I say this, everyone will be like, "Oh, but it's material. Why do you care? Because you don't care about this."
Continue.
I want to get a Ferrari very soon. Now, the Ferrari I want is £200,000. I don't have £200,000. You do. So what are we saying?
Yeah,
What's this guy doing, bro?
What are we saying?
Okay. So I don't have
Got work for it,
200,000.
bro.
So I don't have £200,000. Now, if I don't have £200,000 and I haven't retired my mum yet, so again, my answer is always to retire my mum.
Retire your mum, like, what does that mean?
Like, my mum still works, so I would like to retire
Okay.
my mum, get my mum a house, and then have a banging Ferrari parked on the driveway.
In East London.
No, actually, to be fair, it can be in East. If you want, we'll get it in
It
East.
probably won't be there for long, bro. That'll be gone.
Nah, but yeah, inshallah, for Allah, we'll make that happen.
Okay.
And I would like that to happen. Now, coming back to the point of me being materialistic and X, Y, Z, I'm not a materialistic guy. The only reason I want a Ferrari is because since I was 5 years old, I always loved a Ferrari. Like, it was on my bucket list. I'm going to buy this car one day. Like, it's an achievement for me. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not buying the car so I can snap and show off to the world that I'm in a Ferrari. Wallahi, I'm not buying the car for that. I'm buying the car because it's my own thing. Like, oh my days, I've achieved this. You know, sometimes you might be like, in your property world, all right, cool. In my lifetime, I want to own 100,000 properties. It could be anything. And then when you've achieved it, you're not doing it because you're going to call Dawud and be like, bro, look at me. You're doing it for yourself. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I'm doing this for myself.
Sometimes you do need to step back and look at the bigger picture, though.
Like?
So if I was aiming for 10,000 properties, I'm just chasing a number now.
Okay, right. That was a bad example, but you know, it could be anything.
No, it's a relevant point because a lot of people do think like that. I do agree with you, but I think people got to take a step back. No, it's just a number. What happens when you get that Ferrari and you tick that 5-year-old's dream?
Yeah.
Then what happens?
Then what happens? Then I'm happy. Not happy. I'm content.
I'll guarantee you.
I'm not going to be happy.
I guarantee you'll be like, I got this, and you'll probably hit a bit of what you said earlier on, mental health. You'll probably hit that because you'll be like, I clocked the game. What next? Why am I here now? I've done it. I've done what I needed to.
Luckily, I don't think like that. No, I used to think like that.
But you haven't experienced that. You haven't been there yet.
Of course, but I've been in every car you can ever name.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't owned them, but I've been in them, and I know every single car. It makes you feel the same way. You know, it's like, how do I explain this? Again, I'm buying a Ferrari because it's an achievement of mine.
Do you know that a car is a depreciating asset?
I don't care. Again, this is what I'm saying. I don't care about the money. I care about getting the item. That's what I'm saying.
Then what about your kids?
My kids?
Yeah.
This is what you didn't even finish. I said I'm going to retire my mum first in a big house where my wife is going to live with my kids and her grandkids.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. Bob's your uncle.
Right. Okay. But like,
inshallah,
if you could buy an appreciating asset like a house, that could pay for the Ferrari. Rent it.
Rent the Ferrari?
Yeah. Why not?
Right. We're going to end this podcast now. Okay. Did you just say you're going to rent my personal Ferrari out? Brother, listen to me. Of course, I love helping out. Of course, I would love to share it to my friends. But there's a lot of people in this world. Let me come back to the point about friends. There's a lot of people in this world. I've got 5 friends. 5 friends.
That's good.
That's 8. 5 friends. What do you class as friends?
Yeah, if I'm stuck somewhere 2 o'clock in the morning, I can give them a call and say,
Thank
yo, bro,
you.
you coming out?
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. That's what a friend is. A friend is not a guy who calls you on a podcast.
All right,
No. A friend isn't a guy who you can just chill with, go for a smoke, go for a dessert, go for a drive, and then he doesn't know you after that. Like my boy, my cousin himself, he's got a lot of friends, yeah? Bro, like 30, 40 friends. He'll chill with them. He'll look like a bad man, like rolling out with beer man, going to the club, whatever it is, yeah? But then I've told him, cool, any one of them, just call them and be like, bro, this is an emergency. I need £100. Just £100, yeah? Any of them. He couldn't call any of them. Any of them. I said, so these are your friends, yeah? I said, these are your friends, yeah?
I hate people who ask for money, though.
No,
When
but it's
they're
an
like,
emergency, bro.
What emergency? Give us a scenario.
Forget the scenario. If one of my friends calls me saying, bro, I just need X amount of money, it's an emergency, I won't even think because I trust them more than I trust myself. You get what I'm saying? We've been through so much.
It's the quickest way to lose a friend, too.
What, money?
Lending somebody money, yeah. Because when you want it back, it's never there on time, is it? Or
No, it is. It is on time, actually.
So sometimes you don't know the right people to lend the money to.
That's why I only have 5 friends. That's why I only have 5 friends, because I know I can trust these guys. Because I've done X, Y, Z before.
What do you consider as a good friend? What are the traits of these 5 friends that you have?
5 friends. Okay, again, in Islam, for me, it has to be a Muslim. So all my 5 friends are Muslims.
Wow.
Yeah.
If somebody's Sikh, he's not allowed. He's not in the friend zone. Like,
he is my friend, but obviously the Muslims are more of my friends at the end of the day.
Right. Okay.
Because as Muslims, if I've got a friend that's a non-Muslim, I always have to guide them towards the path of Islam. You get what I'm saying? And if I don't do that, imagine I've got a friend like you and I don't guide you to the path of Islam. If you're my actual friend, like, you know, we're boys going out, you're my guy, but obviously we're not there yet. Like, but if you're my actual boy, yeah, and I chill with you every day, if I'm not guiding you to the path of Islam, I'm a fake friend. Think about it. I don't want what's good for you. I know what's good for you. Do you get what I'm saying? So if I don't guide you that way, then I'm a fake friend. So, okay. So coming back to that point, Muslim, someone who I can trust fully. Like, when I say trust, I mean trust, like, you know, leave my entire wealth with them, come back the next year and it's still there.
Wow.
Yeah.
You think there are people like that
Yeah,
exist?
yeah, 100%. The 5 of my friends I can do that. Wallahi, I can do that with right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
People who I can introduce to my mum, people like that. I can call my brothers. You know, these guys aren't even my friends; they're my brothers. I can trust them with my life. If I'm stuck 3 o'clock in the morning somewhere, they're the ones coming out. Do you get what I'm saying?
Do you think money changes people?
Some people, yes, it does, and I've seen that. Because, again, this is why I only have 5 friends, because I've seen people that had no money, no clout, and where they went, we used to chill with each other every single day. Now it's just a bit different. I get you're busy, I understand, but it's not the same anymore. But there's some people that didn't have a lot of money and now have got a lot of money, but they're the same, literally the same. And I chill with that brother nearly every day of my life. Do you get what I'm saying? So
what happens if one of these 5 people let you down?
I don't think they will, I'll be honest. Inshallah, they won't.
Put a lot of trust in that.
A lot of trust, yeah.
That would hurt. That would hurt, right?
It would hurt, but then you need to understand, I see everything as a good thing. No matter what it is, I see everything as a good thing. Because no matter what happens in our religion, we say, if it's bad, thank Allah. If it's good, thank Allah either way. Bad or good, you thank God. Because He knows better than us. He's done it for a good reason. If I crash my car, if I go outside, my car's not there, alhamdulillah. Maybe God's saving me from a car crash on the way back. It could be anything. If it's there, alhamdulillah.
Everything's happened for a reason.
100%.
It's already written. It's
Written,
already
it's all
there.
written, it's all written.
It's not for you to ponder over.
100%.
So tell us more about, let's go back more to school days. You've had this little cut on your face, you're getting bullied, you're getting pushed around. When is that turning point where people are starting to look at you differently? You're starting to be hours and hours on your craft at home. When did you think, I'm going to go to school and show somebody what I'm made of?
So there's one day when I bought this trick, or not bought, when I learnt this trick. It was a trick where I do like a pen. I come in the morning and all the bullies are standing there. Obviously, they're going to bully me. And this is what I'm thinking in my mind. They're going to bully me. Da, 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 da. I've gone to them and I'm like, guys, to the bullies, yeah? Let me show you a magic trick. Okay?
So you stepped up and they're like, what?
What? Yeah, exactly. I've done the trick. Everyone's fooled. Everyone's just like, what? How you doing that? Everyone's excited, yeah? They let me go that day. They're just running away. They're scared. They don't know. They're going crazy. They don't know what to do. Cool.
No slaps that day.
No. And I'm gassed. The next day, the same thing happens. They're there. And then this keeps happening because I'm just showing them tricks and tricks and tricks. And then it gets to the point where teachers are finding out, all right, cool, Dawud's the school magician now. Like, he's crazy, yeah? So there was one day, I was in my class, you know, doing my maths, Pythagoras theorem, whatever it was. And there was a teacher that came into my class and said, I need to borrow Dawud for a minute. Now, this teacher is a scary teacher. So I was like, what have I done wrong? I'm like the good boy. Like, I can't do anything wrong. He's brought me up. He said, Dawud, I need to have a word with you. He's took me to his class. So I'm missing class. He took me to his class and he said, Dawud, can you show my class some magic tricks?
Okay.
So during my class, he took me out and I showed him some magic tricks.
And what was their reaction?
Oh, they loved it. Crazy.
How did that make you feel?
Again, it felt better because now I'm not getting bullied anymore and people are starting to like me. I'm becoming a likable person.
It's got to feel more than better.
Yeah, it felt very good. Felt very,
You
very
went
good.
from one end of the spectrum to the other.
Exactly.
Getting that little bit of, I wouldn't call it fame, but popularity. Did you treat people differently around you?
No, because I always learned to stay humble because we're all the same. And no matter who you are, I will treat you the same.
So where did this lead to?
So after I finished my GCSEs, after failing English,
Right. How many GCSEs did you get?
I got science, maths, English, graphic design, geography, product design. I think I like 8, but
C's, B's, A's?
2 9s, which is like an A star, 1 8, which is an A star, 1 7, which is an A, 2 B's, and 2 D's in English for Dawood. Actually, I got a C and a D. Don't laugh, because I don't even know how to spell supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. You don't even know that word, bro. You're not there yet.
Well, I've heard of it, bro. What I was gonna say, did you find that learning magic and learning the process, that the more you practice at something, the better you get and the more smoother things look? Were there any transferable skills that you applied to your education?
I want to. Yes. Thank you. You've actually really mentioned the point. I cheated in my English exam and I still failed. So I cheated in my English exam using magic. So what I did. So in the English exam, you had to memorize these quotes, yeah, from these books, and I didn't memorize them. I'll be honest. So what I did, I took playing cards and blank ones, and I wrote all the quotes. And I had 12 playing cards on me, every single different pocket of my blazer. So what I did was I started hiding the cards in my hand and looking at them. So I started doing this and this and this, and I started doing some crazy card tricks, and I started hiding the card in my hand. And every single time the invigilate went, I was like, you're right, but the card's in my hand. So yeah. To the water. And I could just look at the quotes, and then boom, I switch it out for a different one. When I'm done with these quotes, switch, and that's how I cheated. In my English exam, so if AQA, if you're watching, well done.
So you use magicianry to cheat on your exam.
Exactly.
Isn't that haram?
No, it's not haram. It's not haram because I just use my brain. I was smart with it. I was smart with it.
Were the teachers like blind or stupid that they didn't catch you? Because that's
No.
what their job is, to
Yeah.
invigilate.
Yeah, well, they didn't invigilate because I was too invigilated. I was too smart.
Right.
The magic kicked in too much.
Yeah. And so you remembered all them quotes and still failed.
Yeah.
You couldn't string the rest of it
I
along.
couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Sorry.
Did you have any other side hustles that you did outside of school and practicing magicianry? Did you do any side hustles in terms of any part-time jobs anywhere, anything for money?
Did I do anything in school?
Job in
I
McDonald's
wish
or anything like that?
I wish I could say I sold cookies in the playground, but I didn't even do that.
No.
So at the age of 16, I went to Regent Street. And there's a shop called Hamley's toy store.
Yeah.
And they were looking for a role of a magician. They were looking for a magician.
How did you find out about that job?
Indeed. And I went there. They loved me because it was the role was to make something fly for 9 hours. 9 hours. Yeah, you actually have to make this thing fly, UFO fly, for 9 hours. I was 15. I went there that day, and I left the same day.
Right. Is that the end of the story?
That is the end of the story.
Okay.
Because I went there, and the problem was, alhamdulillah, I got the job. Honestly, I'm not being ungrateful or anything. Alhamdulillah, I got the job. But the problem was, when kids are coming up to you and biting your leg, and doing X, Y, Z, like it didn't really make sense to me flying this sorcerer for 9 hours. And then in my mind, I also thought, you know what? I know I can get bookings, and I know I can do magic properly. So let me just, leave this job, let someone else have it as well, because I feel like someone will be suited better for this job than me. And then at the age of 15, I was turning 16 at that point. So then obviously I went to college. I went to college, and there's a massive gap between obviously GCSE and college, a few months gap, yeah? In those few months, I started doing some bookings. The first booking I ever got was by my old maths teacher. He said to me, look, I've got a party. How much are you going to charge for the hour? 16 at the time. I said, £50. I was gassed. Like, yo! He said yes to £50. Yeah. So, obviously, he brought me to his house. I did a whole trick. I did a whole show.
How did you prepare for that?
To be fair, I didn't, obviously, when I was 16, I didn't really have a whole set. I was kind of just doing all my tricks, which was kind of bad, but then they loved it. But obviously now, I've learned over the years that there's a certain way you're meant to do this. And that's how I prepared it. I literally just got all my tricks out and I just started doing them one by one.
How'd that make you feel?
Very good.
A paid job.
Because I was like, I love this. And then I was like, wait, I can make money from this as well? This is crazy. So I earned £50 that day. And then there was one time when, after that, I went to go get a haircut. And I was doing a card trick too. Because obviously before I just did tricks anyway. And then I did a card trick. And then this brother was like, I've got a wedding in 3 hours down the road. Yeah. Can I book you? And I was 16 at the time, so I had to call my mum. Mum, can I go to this wedding? Can I go to this wedding at 8 p.m? They're going to pay me £30. I was like, yeah, go, make your money. And I went there. I did some tricks around the tables. And yeah. And it's so funny as well, because that venue I'm going to in 3 weeks to perform some magic.
What venue is that?
It's called Imperial Venue. It's in Leytonstone.
Okay. How did that feel?
That felt great. That felt great. Honestly, like at that point, I was like, I'm making money off this. This is great.
You got 50 there, 30 there.
Yeah.
All right.
And then after that, I started researching how I can make some more money on it. Obviously, started making some friends that are magicians. They started telling me, all right, cool. I work at this restaurant performing this much, earning this much. I do this, I do that, I do this. And they told me about some websites to apply on, where magicians are and X, Y, Z. And I started putting my profiles in there. I started getting bookings from there, and it all went from there. And then After I started getting some...
When did social media come into this? Was you already on social media at this
No, I'm
point?
getting at that point. So after I started getting those bookings, obviously they were very slow, maybe like once every 2 months. And I started gaining some bookings. And then it was time for college, September. It was time for college. I switched college 4 times
Why?
because I just didn't... Because coming out of secondary school for 5 years, I was just... For me, it was just like a very new environment. So I was like, I have to be somewhere where I'm comfortable. And to all the colleges I went to, none of my friends went. So I kind of went to the worst college, which was late in sixth form. But a lot of my friends were there. So I was like, it'll be cool. So I went there.
How was it different? Because you went to a boys' school and now you're in a place where there's
Mixed,
boys
yeah,
and girls.
mixed, yeah.
Was that different for you?
It was very different, yeah. Very, very, very different.
In what way?
Like there were girls there. Of course it's gonna be different. There was loads of girls there. A lot of free mixing and XYZ. So it was very different, very weird to me. Not really used to this.
Was you popular?
People knew me, yeah. People knew that I did tricks. And then what happened after that was I started doing tricks in the college. People started noticing me in the college, like a lot of people. I've got a video of it as well. I'll send it to you if you want. A lot of people noticed me. And the security didn't like me. Because every time I did a trick, I was like creating massive audiences and crowds everywhere. And it's health and safety. Like, you can't do this. The security was like, look, you need to stop doing tricks now. Like, it's getting hard now. Number one, that was it. That was that. Number two, I didn't like college. College wasn't for me. You know, like some people, education is for. Some people, academics and books is for. Some people, you know, it's for working in real life.
What subjects would you studied?
Maths, graphics, and psychology. I'm not smart enough for that. Yeah, I don't even know why I chose that. Okay. So I was like, you know what? This isn't for me. So I started skipping college a lot. My attendance was 50% in the first 2 weeks. The head principal sent a letter home saying, if you don't make your attendance better by this date, we have to kick you out of the college.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the head principal the day I was meant to get kicked out. I went to him. I was like, listen, before you kick me out, I'm going to kick myself out. I was like, I'm leaving. Safe, I'm done. Yeah? Because a day before that, I was sitting on my bed, very upset. Very upset. And I'm not an upset guy.
Why what?
I was just like, I don't want to go to college anymore. In my mind, I was thinking, how am I going to tell my parents I'm not going to go to college? I told my mum, she was a bit iffy about it.
What was so unhappy about it? You weren't getting beaten up anymore.
I wasn't, but I just found it very boring. And when I find something very boring, I don't like being there. Like, I can't do anything. It's almost like jail for me. Like, I can't do anything. I didn't understand it. Like, I had friends, but they weren't the right type of friends. And I didn't like it. So I was just like, I was sitting on my sofa and my dad came to me. What's up? He said, I was like to him, I want to drop out of college. He said, cool. Didn't even question it.
What does your dad do, by the way?
That's confidential.
Okay.
But when I told my mum was very my mum loves me and she'll always have trust in me, but she also knows what's right to an extent. So she was like to me, Dawud, you got to do college. Da, 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 da. I was like, Mum, let me prove you wrong. That's what I said. Let me prove you wrong, Mum. And then at that point, my plan was just to do magic full time, get bookings. Go really big on social media and do loads of bookings. And after that, I went to the head principal. I said, listen, mate, I'm leaving. Before you kick me out, I'm leaving. Yeah. He was like, all right, cool. But I want to see you on TV at the end of the year. All right, cool. And I left. And then after I left, I was just doing bookings, doing magic, and then literally lockdown came around.
How did you get these couple of bookings?
Through the websites, through word of mouth. Let's just say you book me for an event. It'll be like 50 people at the event. And then that one of the people will ask Sean, be like, Sean, who is that magician? Word of mouth. giving out my cards and XYZ. Word of mouth is very underrated.
So you made some business cards.
Yeah, basic business cards and XYZ.
Vistaprint, yeah.
No,
Okay.
not Vistaprint. I wish it was. And then I did some bookings, and then lockdown came around. So what do? Then I was like, I always wanted to focus on social media. Now is the best time because no one's not doing anything. Everyone's going to be on their phones. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing any bookings. So I might as well just do some social media. Then what I started doing is I started going live, Instagram, TikTok live with loads of people and started gaining a lot of followers. Like, big up to Ants as well from I'm Just Bait. He was the one who gave me a massive push on social media, massive. And he's another person who's real to this day as well. Like, he's got millions of followers, but he'll still treat me the same. You know what I mean? I've got a lot of respect for him. But yeah, Ants gave me a big push, and I started gaining loads and loads and loads of followers off these lives. And while I'm gaining all these followers off these lives, I'm also doing social content as well at the same time, which is going viral. So people are looking at me, people know me, and I'm gaining the views through the social content as well.
Social content is posts.
Post like the magic tricks I post. And then after the first lockdown, I went live with a lot of celebrities in this lockdown, so I started making connections.
Like what celebrities?
I honestly can't remember. Like, it's been a long time, but one of them was I'm Just Bait. Obviously, that the meme page. And then I met him in the first lockdown. Straight after the first lockdown, I actually met him, and we did a trick, and it went viral as those jokes. And then, after the first lockdown, I met a few celebrities. Obviously, not A-list, but I met a few celebrities. Then the second lockdown came around, and in the second lockdown, I did the same thing, but I started making more and more connections. And after the second lockdown, that's when I started meeting all these big celebrities.
So as your profile was growing, did you make any money from all these posts and lives?
No, I'll tell you why.
Isn't it like a disconnect where you're going, I got 100k followers here, this many thousand views, but you're going, everyone loves me, popular, man's not getting paid.
Yeah. No, I was not making any money, and I knew I wasn't going to make any money, but I know I was doing this to make myself bigger. And when I make myself bigger, then money opportunities will come anyway, because I had a business plan in mind. So I was like, all right, cool. If I make myself bigger, then if I'm charging £50 for a booking, I can charge now £250 for a booking, because now I've got fame, and people want me more. Now, for example, Central Cee, if he had 10,000 followers, he will charge £200 for a show, but now he charges 60 grand. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
Because he's Central Cee, there's more demand for him. Not everyone can get him. So that's how I thought. And then after the second lockdown, I met a lot of celebrities, made a lot of celebrity connections, and just started meeting more, started pushing out content. Videos started going viral. People started knowing me. And then that's kind of how Dawud The Magician became Dawud The Magician. And in that time, I met one of my really, really close brothers. His name's Steel Bangles. I met him when I was, I think, not 16.
Close brothers?
No, he's not blood, but he's like my older brother.
Okay.
I met him like when I was 17 years old, basically. Yeah.
But you said you only like the close ones are like the Muslim brothers. I
understand, but outside the Muslim, he's like my older close brother. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. Him, he's I got a lot of respect for him because there was a lot of fake people in the industry. Like, for example, imagine you come to me and you're like, yeah, bro, I'm going to teach you all this property stuff. Like, come sit down with me. You might not do it. Not because you don't want to do it, because you might not have the time and X, Y, Z. You might do it once and call it a day. Yeah, cool, I've done it for him. Not all the time. Bro, Steel Bangles, we were in his yard. I remember this very, very clear. Yeah, we've come back from a video shoot with Sidhu Moosewala, and I can't remember, but yeah, it was a video shoot with Sidhu Moosewala. Yeah, rest in peace. We've come back from a video shoot. We've gone to his house. We're in a studio now. Yeah, bro, there's about 20 people in the studio, all his boys, tight brethren. He told everyone to leave. Everyone. He said, I want to have a word with Dawud. That's what he said. And he said, Dawud, listen, I want to help you out. You know, I see potential in you. I want to help you out. I'm going to make you meet all celebrities. That's what he said. And a lot of people said that to me. And I didn't take it. I was like, this guy, all right, cool. I was like, yeah, I was playing along with it. All right, cool, bro, I respect that. But in my heart, I was like, you know what? This guy ain't going to help me. Like, he's just going to get busy. Not in a rude way, but he's just going to get busy, innit? Because man is a celebrity. He's a celebrity. He's doing this thing. Cool, big him up. Bro, Steel Bangles, I swear down, he literally took me everywhere he went. Everywhere he went, bro. Like, yeah, big up to him. Like, he helped me out so much. Like, and he made me made connections because he's boys with these artists. Yeah, boys, brethren. So he introduced him to him. He's like, oh, yeah, this is my little brother, Dawud, you know, say yo to him to do a trick, X, Y, Z. So he helped me out a lot, properly. So I've got a lot of respect for that guy. And even till this day, bro, like, I don't even see him on a business one anymore. Like, I see him as my brother. Do you get it? I don't even see him like, all right, cool, let's go to this video shoot. I'll be like, nah, man, come. I'll go sleep at his house. Like, that's the type of relationship we got. Do you know what I'm saying?
So, how did you bump into Steel Bangles?
A very funny story. We have a mutual. To be fair, where I live, we're from the same ends. We're from the same area.
He's from East London as well.
Yeah, he's from East London. We're from the same.
Is he from around here?
No, not around it. But as in grew up in the same area.
Okay.
That's what I mean. Yeah, we grew up in the same area. But that's not how I know him. I know him through a mutual. I was like, oh look, my boy's Steel Bangles. Maybe you should do some tricks on him. And yeah, literally it all went from there.
And so he started giving you. So it's just that one person. Do you believe that one person can open a lot of doors for you?
Yeah, 100%.
It's all about your network.
Yeah. Obviously, I did meet celebrities before him. Don't get twisted. But he's helped me out a lot. A lot.
And so, how does it really help you by you just popping out and going, boom, 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 here's my trick. Wow, amazing. All right, can we get a picture together or can we record this?
Yeah.
How does it help you beyond that?
It helps. What do you mean? Like, first of all, the video got really viral.
Okay.
So it helps with my, profile a lot. Then it helps with my audience. The audience feel happy because they'll be like, all right, cool. Now he's going to show Speed a trick. Now he's going to show Fredo a trick. Who's he going to show next? Then it helps with my profile a lot more. Then I become that celebrity magician. Now, after I become that celebrity magician, people want to book this celebrity magician more because they're going to be like, he's with every celebrity. I want to be with him. When I want to be with him, there is a price you have to pay for that. It's not £50 anymore. It's £500 now. Do you get what I'm saying?
It's raising your brand awareness.
100%.
Okay.
And you do the same thing. If you can't get, not in a rude way, but you can't get a smaller, for example, you had friends on it, yeah? Big artist. You can't get a smaller Asian artist because you've had friends on it now. You can, but you know what I'm trying to say. You want to progress. You don't want to go down.
Of course.
Yeah.
And how do you deal with that pressure?
In terms of?
Well, you've had Ed Sheeran, Central Cee, these
progress.
big, like, the next one is like,
Drake.
I don't know, Drake, Mariah Carey, J-Lo,
Just
like,
wherever,
how are you going to reach them highs?
Wherever, man. Just, you need to understand, I've heard this saying, you're always 8 people away from any person in the world.
8.
Have you heard this? You're always 8 people away from any person in the world.
I always thought there was one. There's one connector.
Nope. You know me. I know Steel Bangles. That's how you get Steel Bangles.
Right, cool. So you're going to get Steel Bangles.
I didn't say that.
You heard that here first. Steel Bangles is coming on, recommended by Dawud. There we go.
I'm saying.
Safe, bro.
No.
Safe.
I'm saying, you know me. Yeah?
Yes.
I know I'm just baked. He might know Drake. That's how I get to Drake. 4 people. I know someone who knows David Blake. Do you know what I'm saying? I know someone who knows someone who knows someone who knows Elon Musk.
Yes. So how do you keep hold of them relationships and access their Black Book Diary?
Access their Black Book Diary. You just got to be nice to everyone. You should never hold grudges. Always be nice to people. And even if they're not nice back, you should always be nice to people.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how they treat you, you should always be nice to people.
How do you put your pride, ego, grudge aside even when someone's done you bad then?
I'll be honest. I used to have an ego. I used to have pride, which was stupid because I'm a nobody and I've got no money. So like, what am I gonna do? So I was like, you know, I had this ego because I was gaining views, and it was around the time when I said that black magic stuff. So I had this ego, I had this pride, and my mum came up to me one day, and you know when your mum says something, it's always true. She said to me, "Dawud, you're getting an ego." The day my mum said it to me, the day I dropped it all, I was like, you know what? Your mum said it to you now. Like, come on, bro. You must have an ego. Like, I don't care what you say.
Why do you respect your mum so much?
Why do I respect my mum so much?
A lot of people don't respect their parents that much.
Well, they can go fuck themselves. Thank you very much. Sorry if I was rude about that. But if you don't respect your mum, like, I ain't got no respect for you. Middle finger. Do you respect your mum?
100.
More than yourself, right?
My number one.
More, brother, see, it's
I'll
more
do
than your
anything.
number one.
It's a woman created you, you know? Dad's always at work. She's next to you, teaching you
100%.
wrong, right, teaching you respect your father.
She's the
and
one who
respect.
grew you up. She's the one who fed you. She's the one who breastfed you. She's the one who kept you in her belly for 9 months. She's the one who went all through that pain just so you can be alive in this world. Just so you can tell her to fuck off. Just so you can, sorry for my language, just so you can be rude to her. Just so you can, you know, choose a girl over your mum. Like, come on, bro. That's your mum.
I like that.
Your mum is someone who's going to love you unconditionally. That's the only person in the entire world who is going to love you unconditionally. You need to understand, if you go and slap your mum, she's still going to love you. Like, no matter how badly you treat your mum is always going to love you.
You didn't slap her though, did you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But if you do that to a girl, for example, who you're going out with, she's not going to love you. End of.
Some people do put their wives in front of their mum. They go, oh, she said this now. Sorry, mum, can't do that. Or she said that. What do you think of that?
They're luns. They're idiots. Like, come on, bro. It's your mum. You need to understand. I always give people this example. I want you to pick that girl over your mum, but I just want you to go and marry another mum. Go find yourself another mum and then shout me. Do you get what I'm saying? Pick that girl. You can 100% pick that girl, but just go find another mum. Go find another mum and then tell me how to do it as well. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You can marry any other girl in the world, but you can never find another mum.
You don't get a mum a second time. There's only one.
There's only one mum.
Respect to you. You mentioned earlier that something about Channel 4.
Yeah.
You've been on TV?
Yeah.
Well, that's a bit like, I've been done it loads of times.
No. Sorry. That sounded a bit egotistic. No, not like that, but I don't see.
Okay. How do they reach out to you?
Channel 4 reached out to me through my management, which I'm no longer part of.
Why not?
I'll get to that in a minute. So Channel 4 reached out to me. Channel 4 reached out to me to do a series, and the series was how people make money in a cool way. And obviously, mine was magic.
Yeah. So
I'll send you the series as well. I think I did it when I was 18 years old, and yeah.
How was that?
Very, very good. Very, very good experience.
What'd you get paid for that?
I didn't get paid.
They didn't pay you?
No.
Wow. Channel 4 don't pay.
No, they do. But the reason why I didn't get paid is it was a non-paid opportunity, but it was a no-brainer. I was
good exposure.
Very, very good exposure. They posted it all over the platforms, and it was good exposure.
Do you have to be politically correct to get on the mainstream TVs?
Yes, in this world, I feel like you do.
And do you think you've used that card now with some of the stuff that you've said on socials and stuff?
But the thing is,
are you blacklisted?
What do you mean by blacklisted?
Are you blacklisted with the main BBC or ITV, Channel 4? Would they be like, no, we can't have him on because
I don't think
he says certain comments?
I don't think that. I feel like if they want me on, they will. I feel like they're racist, but I feel like if they want me on, they will.
You think they're racist?
Yeah.
What makes you say that?
ITV are definitely racist, in my opinion.
How?
Actually, no, I can't say that. Cut that out, because ITV had me on a show the other day. Don't say that. Cut that out. Okay.
It's a podcast, man. You're supposed to tell the truth, bro.
No, cut that out, please. Please, because they'll violate
All right,
me.
Jazz, cut that bit
Yeah.
out. Thanks.
So Britain's Got Talent is definitely racist. Britain's Got Talent.
Simon Cowell.
No, just Britain's Got Talent's racist. Like, screw that show.
Why did you do a trick on there and they said
No,
buzzer
no,
or what?
no. This is how much they fool you. You just said, did you do a trick on there? And they do. Bro, you know, to even get to that stage, you know how many stages you have to go through to get to that stage? They don't just put you on there instantly.
Loads of auditions before you get up there. And it's got to be entertaining, selling seats.
So there's about 4 stages you go through.
Okay.
So
Britain's Got Talent has got 4 stages before you get onto the main stage on TV.
with all the celebrity judges. Judges.
Okay.
Now, to apply now, you can apply for Britain's Got Talent now and you can go get an interview. They audition 100%. But 98% you won't go through. No matter how good your talent is, you won't go through. There's a couple reasons. Number 1, you're brown. No matter how good your talent is, respectfully, bro. Number 1, you're brown. Number 2, like, if you ain't got a good story, they won't let you on. Okay? So if you ain't got a good story that will sell and get views, they won't let you on. No matter how good your talent is, no matter how talented you are. You could be the best comedian, magician in the world, they won't let you on. So what happened with me was, the first time I ever did Britain's Got Talent was at 17 years old. I went on there and they rejected me. Cool. No problem. I went on there the second year and I got through to the executive round. Yeah. The executive producers. Where it's like just before the celebrity judges, yeah. And I did the trick and they said they're gonna let me know yes or no by email. And basically they said, if we don't send you an email back by tomorrow or something, just it's a no. They didn't send me an email back. The next year, they emailed me themselves. Yeah. They were like, Dawud, we really want you on the show. We really want you on the show. I called them. I was like, I am not going on the show unless you put me on the celebrity stage first. I'm not going on this executive bullshit. Yeah. Respectfully, no ego, but that's just, you're taking the piss. Do you know what I'm saying? They were like, all right, cool. Dawud, all you got to do is just show the executive the trick. We're going to let you through. Just show them the trick. We showed them. They did the same thing. Didn't email me back. Till this day, they ring me every single year saying they want me on. Every single. They rang me a month ago as well. They were like, we want you on the show. I said, nah. I said to them, no, because you waste time. No one watches your show anymore, respectfully, and you waste time.
And they don't pay you.
So, okay, right. So the way it works is, so when you go on the first round, no, they don't pay you. When you go through the semi-finals, then the way payment works is you've got a budget for tricks. Let's say I need 25 grand to do this trick. They'll give me 25 grand, whatever it is. Then if you win the show, you get £250,000, just a gift. £250,000 if you win the show. But again, it's all rigged. Like it's the whole show is rigged. It's rigged. Like it's just rigged.
Britain's Got Talent.
It's rigged.
Is that you just being bitter?
That
you ain't got through?
No, because I've heard so many people that have gone through and then have ungone through. I can't say too much, but just use your brain and...
What about the magicians that have gone through? Have you watched their acts and their show?
Yeah, of course I have. And I know how exactly what that works like in terms of...
And you think you're better than them?
I didn't say I'm better than them. I'm just saying I know how the show works. I just know how the show works. It's all rigged. It's literally just like a show to sell seats and to get views because they need to make their money back. They're giving £250,000 away. You need to understand it's not a small amount of money.
That's interesting. So where are you going to take this now? What route are you going?
What route am I going? Very, very good question. Right now, obviously, I'm doing bookings in XYZ.
How much you getting paid for booking?
It all depends, bro. It all depends. Obviously, I don't like to mention prices on here, but if you do want to book me, Shout Sean, he's my manager. There's an email in my bio. Just email me, dawudmanagement@gmail.com, and someone will get back to you. But yeah, so where I want to take this, when I was a year ago, I had a dream to sell out the O2 3 times. Because Dynamo did it twice, I want to do it 3 times. I just wanted to be more thing.
Have you met him yet, by the way?
Oh, yeah, a few times.
Oh, you met him?
Yeah. And the thing is, how do I explain this? It's like, now I as I've gotten older, I've realized a lot of these things don't matter. Because even Dynamo's manager was on the phone to me once, and I was like, I want to get famous, I want to get big. He was like to me, Dawud. One second, my mum's calling. Okay, inshallah. Yeah. Where was I, bro? Dynamo.
Dynamo's management called you up.
Yeah, so Dynamo's manager called me up and I was like to him, bro, I want to get famous, I want to get big. He was like, Dawud, you're doing very good with meeting the celebrities. You're doing very, very good. I know you want to sell out the O2. I know you want to do this, but you need to also understand, once you've done it, you're going to go home. That's it. The day's done. You're going to go home. Even with Dynamo, when he sold it, he went home. And then I didn't realize that at that point, but now I realize what he's saying. After you've done it, you're just going home. So I don't see the significance in it anymore. And plus, I don't feel like there's a point of people coming to me and looking up to me like, who am I? You know what I'm saying? I'm a nobody. That's the way I see it.
People like magic.
People do like magic.
People like a show. People like a day out.
Of course, people like a day
you
out.
can have a starting act, a singer opening the show,
Of
you doing
course.
your tricks,
Of course.
doing a little bit of mic, creating a little bit of laughter. Yes, they go home. You've achieved something, a tick in the box.
Of course, I understand.
Wembley Arena next.
Of course, I understand that. But as I've got closer to my religion, started understanding what's right and what's right and what's wrong. It's like I realized that, what am I? Who am I, bro? Do you get what I'm saying? What is my purpose in this life? And it's like, is it to sell out shows or is it to please Allah and trying to go to heaven? So that's what I've been realizing over the past months. So my goals and my things I want to achieve have changed.
But you're young and you got your whole life ahead of you and you got to put food on the table and be a man, like you said.
Of course.
So how do we get there?
Yeah, of course. There's other things right now that I'm doing to make money. Obviously, there's bookings. I'm going to do bookings. I think I'm going to do bookings for a lot of my life. Because bookings, alhamdulillah, they pay good.
How do you keep improving your magic and new tricks?
Just practice every day.
You still practice?
Yeah, practice every day. Like,
you don't get bored?
No, because you need to understand, if I've got a booking next week and I don't know how to do a trick, they're not going to be paying for the right service, are they? So
how do you keep innovative? How do you step ahead of everybody else? How do you do something that's not been exposed on Breaking the Magician's Secrets? Like, because that was a wicked show. That got views for the other reason,
for the wrong
showing
reason.
you how to do it.
I
felt so dumb after watching that one. I was like, how did I not know that's how the trick was done? It's so stupid, and a lot of them are lies as well, isn't there?
Yeah,
there's a lot of props and stuff that are used. And it's like, of course it wasn't supposed to work.
So basically, I feel like the way I tackle that is all about the performance. I say this to everyone. It's never about the trick. The trick is 5%. The performance is 95% out of the 100%. I can show you a trick that will blow your mind, but not say anything. But then I can show you a performance. And you will remember the second trick more than the first one. Because the first one's done in 2 seconds. I didn't even speak. The second trick, the performance was so good, you're going to tell your mum, be like, there was a magician, Dawud. He told me the story of how he broke his... Do you know what I mean? But the first one, be like, Mum, he made a bottle disappear. What's after that? So it's always about the performance. That's what I tell people.
So you got to be a showman.
You got to be a showman.
It's a whole package.
Yeah. That's why even when I was learning magic younger, that's how it boosted my confidence. Like, when I was younger, I wasn't confident. That's why I got bullied in school as well. So when I started doing magic, it helped with my confidence. Because I could take a pack of cards, I could go to any room in the world, and I could show them a trick, and it's a great icebreaker. I can show them a trick and be like, all right, cool. Can I show? Yeah, what's your name, by the way? Yeah, I do the boom, in. Do you get what I'm saying?
100. So where are you going next? What's the next stop?
I'm just gonna go to the mosque after this. What about you?
No, I'm talking about your life, my brother.
That's a good one, isn't it?
I'll give you that one. He's fast. He's a little storyteller. We'll let you have it, man.
Where am I going
You're
next?
nearly 20 years younger than me, you know that. But it's cool. It's calm, bro.
Where's your walking stick, bro?
Huh?
What?
Nah, bro. Man's an animal in the gym. Come on. 20 years in the gym too.
Come on,
I don't need
cuz.
to be six-packed as long as I'm a bit athletic, you know?
Come on.
Keep the mental health all good and that, you know?
Come on. Mental health.
Yeah. Listen, there's places, there's times.
I'm joking.
What happens when you want to be a millionaire your whole life and then you clock the game at 26? You reach like, is this it? Is that the end? No, you have to redefine how life is, and that's what I'm saying. You're still
Yeah,
getting
that's
there.
not mental health. You got this. That's a different word.
Listen, when you have no purpose, when you're waking up in the morning and say, I achieved my goal since 13, I'm 26, 13 years it took me to clock the game. What else is there left to do? What am I doing about my life?
Yeah, but
Why
my
am I doing
purpose-
this or that? I
My
want to
purpose
just be
is
a
different.
millionaire.
My purpose isn't money.
But that's what I'm saying. Your purpose of where you want to get to, like of that, for example, that car you told me about, that Ferrari, when you get it, you will then...
That's not my purpose, though.
No, but you really want it, yeah?
I want it, but that's
you
not
really
my
want
purpose.
it because it's what you wanted from
But
a
if
kid,
if I get it, I don't
I
care.
guarantee, ring me, yeah, a week after you've got that car and I want to see how you are.
Alright, cool.
Yeah?
But
That's experience for you.
But you need to understand, that's not. If I don't get it, it's not deep. That's not.
I
my
want to
purpose.
see when you get that
But
car.
that's not my purpose in life.
Yes.
That's not my purpose. My purpose is something else.
I'm sure it is. But
No.
that's a big goal of yours, and I want to really have a conversation after that day.
Okay.
And inshallah, you get that
Inshallah.
Ferrari because you know you are a very talented young man. I wanted to ask you,
What religion are you?
Huh?
What religion are you?
I'm Sikh,
Okay.
but I have a lot of Muslim brothers. I love some of the words you use. It's the beautiful words. I do believe in oneness, brotherhood. I don't think religion separates people. I think that energy. If I vibe with you, I vibe with you. I don't care what color, religion, anything of that. That means
Let me
nothing
ask you a
to
question.
me.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you think happens when we die?
I don't really think that far. That's not my plan. That's not part of my plan about what it is when I'm done. I live a life of righteousness. If I can help somebody, I'll help somebody. If I can educate somebody, I'll educate
You
somebody.
just said I live a life of righteousness.
Yeah, doing stuff right.
Doing stuff right. But
Yeah.
who decides what's right and wrong? Humans.
Well, I know I have this gut feeling.
That's you.
Yeah,
Out of billions of people.
Oh, that's wrong. If I've never stole off anybody, I've never ripped anybody off a single penny. I can hold my head up high walking down that street and not looking over my shoulder.
Okay. But you decide what's right and wrong in your mind, in your gut. You're one out of billions of people.
My religion tells me to do right.
Okay.
You know, it's a religion of giving and a lot of charity and seva, which means feed people, go to the Gurdwara, give donations, feed people. It's a free kitchen. My religion actually teaches me that I can walk into a mosque, I can walk into a church or anywhere as long as it's a place of worship. It's really unselfish. It's just about there's only one creator. We're all going to go back to that one creator. That's what my religion teaches me. And I like that feeling. But am I the most religious person going to the temple every day? Unfortunately, not. You know,
What do you think? You said you don't plan ahead, but if you were to think, what do you think happens after you die?
the actual truth of it, no one's died and come back and said, oh, that's what's happened. That's the absolute truth.
Of course, yeah. But
Yeah.
what do you think happens when you die?
I believe we are all energy. We are energy. You know when somebody who's got an attitude in the room or giving you like, yeah, what? Like, you know that's a bad energy or a good energy. You can feel it straight away. If you're East London, bro, you know straight away. You clocked it. You move away, this, that. But we're all energy. And I believe that energy has to go somewhere. You know, it's actually scientifically proven that when someone dies, they get lighter. So it's like an energy leaving you. So
I'm not saying that. I'm saying, what do you think
the
happens
whole
when-
world runs on energy.
Of
We've got the
course.
world, we've got the moon. What does it move on?
Well, what do you
Energy.
What do you think happens when you die, though?
I've never really thought about that. And I think that's.
Oh, you think that's a
I
bit
think
scary?
I don't know. I don't think it's scary at all
Why?
because the plan's already written.
Of
It's
course.
his job. Don't try and do his job and find out what, you know, that creator has got planned for you. When you start thinking like that, you start going to a very dilly-dally place.
Mm.
You need to go, am I doing the right thing? Am I being a son? Am I being a brother? Am I being a husband? Am I being a good partner? Am I being a good father? Am I helping people? That's what you've got to worry about.
No, but my worry is different. My worry is for the afterlife. That's how I. That's again. That's a very broad topic. But
Of course, that's one for another big podcast. Obviously, religion is a big sort of topic. We
I tell
all,
everyone, Islam is life for me. It's life.
and I don't doubt that. Religion is a very, very good thing. You know, religion is your elders and scriptures being passed on of wisdom when things were really, really simple. So, is religion a good thing? Well, when you take the good from it, absolutely, it keeps society in check as well. Like, you should be scared of something. Some people are like, I don't care, doesn't matter, but you should be scared of something. You know, I do believe that. I want to ask you: has any celebrity ever surprised you?
In terms of,
Like, you know, a reaction or something they've said, done in front of you that you thought they were different?
yeah, there's two things. So there was a actually no, let me tell you this. So there's a rapper by the name of Digga D.
Okay.
Digga D. So I was at a event and Digga D was there. Obviously I know him. I said, "Yo, Diggs, what's up, Digga? You saying you're right?" He said, "Yeah, boom." And then I showed him a trick. And then I think I said a stupid comment. I said, what did I say? 1 second.
You got a big forehead.
No. I said, he was like to me, "You don't think I can floor you in 2 seconds?" I said, "I'll give you 5." He floored me and you broke my elbow.
You're joking.
I swear.
Wow.
Yeah. I was a bit cheeky though, innit?
Right.
Yeah.
Is this guy famous?
Yeah, very famous.
And he floored you?
Yeah, he floored
What,
me.
he just decked you?
Yeah.
Why? Because you made a funny comment
I
to
was
him?
like to him, I bet you can't floor me, yeah? He was like, you bet I can't floor you. I said, "I'll give you 5 seconds." He said, "I only need 2. Boom.
He banged you in the face.
Floored me with his leg and then bang, broke my elbow. But it's
Wow. And then
cool.
after, what did he say? Sorry or nothing? Just walked away?
No, it was the breaking elbow wasn't intentional. It was just the floor. But it's cool. It is what it is. We're still cool.
You're still friends?
It was still cool.
So there was no court charges?
No.
But he's rich, man. Get some money, innit?
Nah, he's got too many court charges anyway. No.
Okay. All right. And yeah, my final sort of question for you is, has a magic trick ever gone wrong?
What's so funny is a magic trick has never gone wrong for me.
You're joking.
I'm not joking at all. The reason why it's never gone wrong is because I practice to the T. And if it is about to go wrong, I would make it so it doesn't go wrong. I don't know how to explain that, but that's a very magician thing to think. If a trick's about to go wrong, I would make sure it doesn't go wrong. If I'm like, oh, I don't have this card, cool, then I can adapt. But it's never gone wrong.
Does that ever give you any pressure that nothing's ever gone wrong? And what if it does?
If it doesn't go wrong, is when I come back to the point, performance. All about the performance. Let's just say you have a comedian and he's got 10 jokes, but no one laughs at the jokes. He's got to be prepared to do something else, right? Because he's flopped. So with me, if I'm about to flop, I've got my performance is going to outweigh the trick.
So what if somebody jumps in and goes, I know exactly how you done that. He's got a magnetic on his ring and he's just done that. Blah, blah, blah. Has anyone ever like spoiled
Yeah, of course. There's
Okay.
different types of audiences.
Okay, so how do you deal with that?
There's a different type of way you speak to different audiences. If I know this person is going to speak like that, I'm going to speak to you in a different way. Not in a rude way. I'm just going to speak to you on a tone that you understand, on a way that you understand. If it's someone like you, I'll speak to you how I would normally speak to you. Do you know what I mean? In a certain way you speak to certain people.
Yeah, I'm born in Stratford, bro. Come on. We're from the same ends. I feel that energy. Is there anything final that you'd like to say on this podcast for people sitting at home who've just tuned in for the last 2 hours watching you?
Why did you watch me? I'm joking. One thing I would say is be respectful to your parents. Make sure you pray. Make sure you make enough money so you can retire your mum. Make sure you be happy. Be nice to people. Even if they're not nice back, make sure you be nice to people. Because trust me, it'll go a long way. Just be happy.
Somebody's at home
And just keep giving. Make sure you always give back.
somebody's on social media right now looking at your page saying he's got hundreds and thousands of views.
Don't look at the numbers.
How do they start going viral?
Okay, I say this to everyone, and I say this to my friend every single day of my life, every single day. And he's one of the 5 friends. I say it to him every single day of my life. He doesn't like to show his face on social media. Yeah. Okay, cool. We'll get the back of your face, side of your face to start off with, so he becomes slightly comfortable with social media. The other day I recorded a video of him. He said, "Bro, I ain't got a haircut. We can't post that video." I was like, "Bro, no one cares if you've got a haircut, if you haven't trimmed your beard, if you haven't trimmed your eyelashes, whatever it is. No one cares. They only care about the product. They only care about your magic. They only care about the cars you're going to sell. They only care whatever it is. They only care about that. They don't care how you look like. Like, look at this. Look at my hair. I'm bald. Yeah. No one cares how I look like. Do you know what I'm trying to say? People care. People are looking at me because I'm the magician who does tricks. People are going to look at me because I'm going to do a trick now. No one will remember this. If I do a crazy trick on you, you're going to remember the trick. You're not going to be like, but he was bold though.
What about when I'm teaching people how to speak to an agent and then somebody noticed that I still had that little label on it? So many people were like, "Oh, bro, you're supposed to be a millionaire and you've just got that." They didn't listen to what I was saying.
But if you bag a sick property for them, I'm pretty sure they're going to be over the moon.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to forget that they're going to buy a jacket for you.
No one's buying me anything, bro. They think I'm rich enough. They don't know how tax works.
But yeah, that's what I told him. Like, you shouldn't care about. Another thing is, don't care about the hate comments and don't care about the good comments as well. Bad comments and good comments, don't care. Because if you look at the good comment, it's going to make your day. You're going to get 300 good comments. You're going to be the happiest man in the world. But you're going to see that one bad comment. That one bad comment will outweigh all the good comments. And it's going to make your day really bad. You're going to forget you even had 300 good comments. You're going to be like, one bad comment, my life's over. That's why you don't look at the good and you don't look at the bad. You don't look at anything. You just keep posting. You keep posting. And if you can't look at comments, get one of your friends. Hire someone. Let them post the content. All you have to do is focus on making the content, making the best content. Focus on making the best content and let them post it for you.
Mic drop. I like that. Well, look, it's been amazing having you on. Listening to your thought process, hearing about your journey. Thank you for showing us a magic trick.
No worries.
How to perform a little bit better on our social medias, what not to take in, and also some of the topics you've shared with us today. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
No problem.
And there you go, guys. I hope you really enjoyed that. It was a little bit different today. A big personality on here with his own views on things. Let us know in the comment section if you agree or any questions you have for Dawud. Make sure he gets it and answer some of them. And if you're not already, make sure you smash that subscribe button and make sure you don't miss another episode because we've got plenty of guests like this in the pipeline. And you guys actually help this show keep going on stronger. So until next time, peace.